If you're bored of the gym, you're struggling to stay motivated, or you're finding it hard to stick with exercise, roller skating could be your new favorite workout. For some people, they just haven't found the type of movement that they actually enjoy doing. So I'm going to spend the next few minutes trying to convince you to buy that pair of roller skates that you've been thinking about. Not that I think everyone should just quit the gym altogether, but if you've spent years trying to force yourself to enjoy exercising, maybe it's time to try something different. Now, to be honest, I don't think roller skating burns the most calories, but I do think it's one of the best forms of exercise because it's one of the few hobbies that can make you completely forget that you're exercising in the first place. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Somewhere along the way, a lot of us stopped moving because it was fun and started moving because we had to. We tell ourselves, I should go to the gym, I should exercise more, I need to be more disciplined. And before we know it, movement starts feeling like another job on our to-do list. Maybe you've just been trying to force yourself into a type of movement that hasn't really been your thing. When we were kids, movement wasn't exercise, it was simply play. We rode bikes, we climbed trees, swam, danced, maybe even roller skated. We weren't thinking about burning calories. We weren't checking our watches every 5 minutes. We were just having fun. And somewhere along the way, movement became something we were supposed to do instead of something that we wanted to do. Sometimes the best workout isn't the one that burns the most calories, it's the one you're excited to come back and do again tomorrow. And that's the first reason that I think you should buy that pair of roller skates, because if you actually enjoy moving, you're probably going to do a lot more of it. For me, currently it's winter and roller skating has brought me outside into the beautiful warm sunshine. I think the biggest difference between roller skating and a lot of other workouts is this. Roller skating becomes a hobby, not just another workout that you tick off your weekly to-do list, because there is always something new to learn. And if you're new here, hey, I'm Tracy and I help beginner roller skaters build confidence step by step without taking all the fun out of it. Because skating is meant to feel good, not stressful or overcomplicated. It's movement, it's exercise, it's that little bit of freedom you don't always get in your everyday life. So if you're learning as an adult and want things broken down in a way that actually feels doable, hit subscribe. I upload new skating videos every Sunday. So let me ask you something. When is the last time you were actually excited to get better at something? Because that's exactly what roller skating gave me. One of my favorite things about roller skating is that there is always another milestone waiting for you. First, you learn to roll, stop, then turn, then backwards skating or dance skating, or maybe your goal is simply just to skate confidently around your local park or rink. There is always another challenge, another little win, another reason to lace your skates up again. And before you even realize what's happening, you're practicing, not because someone told you to, but because you actually want to get better. Roller skating almost tricks you into exercise because you're too busy chasing these little goals. When I came back to roller skating after almost 19 years later, I honestly thought I was just putting on my skates for one random time. But I completely forgot how addictive it is to learn something new again. I personally wanted to try and get my artistic skills back. It definitely didn't happen straight away. I practiced and I failed, but then one day I landed a jump and I remember how proud I felt. Not because anyone else cared, I had forgotten how rewarding it feels to improve at something as an adult. That's the second reason I think you should go and buy that pair of roller skates. Roller skating gives you something to work towards. And when you've always got another little goal, you've always got another reason to come back and practice. Now you might be thinking, okay, you've convinced me roller skating looks fun, but is it actually a workout? And it absolutely is. And I think this is one of the funniest parts about roller skating. Most people don't even realize how much exercise they're getting until the next day. Roller skating works more of your body than people realize. You're consistently using your legs, your glutes, your core, your balance, your coordination. Now, depending on your body weight and how hard you actually skate, you can burn somewhere between 300 and 600 calories in about a 45-minute session. While all of that is happening, your brain is focusing on trying to get around the corner, trying to land that new skill, trying to stay balanced. You're having a laugh with your friends, and before you know it, you've been skating for nearly an hour and you've had a proper full body workout without staring at a treadmill timer the whole time. And one of the funniest things that I hear my students say is, "My legs are so sore," or "My arms are even sore." And one comment I hear all the time is, "These skates feel like little ankle weights," which honestly, they're not far off. A typical pair of quad skates weighs around 3 kilos a pair. Every time you put your skates on, you've got that extra weight in your feet moving around with you. You'll find out very quickly that roller skating is definitely an exercise that can get your heart rate up. And that's the third reason I think you should buy that pair of roller skates. Because yes, it's a fantastic workout, but the fitness benefits just happen to come along with the enjoyment of skating. But if I'm honest, when I put my skates back on after 19 years, I thought I was picking up an old hobby again. I had absolutely no idea I was about to rediscover a part of myself that I had completely forgotten about. And at the time, I had a 9-month-old baby. Life revolved around family, responsibilities, and I loved all of those things. My son would go down for his nap, and instead of thinking I really should exercise, I'd think, yes, I get to quickly have a skate, and I became completely obsessed again. I wasn't skating because I wanted to lose weight. I was skating because I loved doing it. The weight loss happened naturally. And if you're thinking, okay, I actually want to give roller skating a go, I've got a free workshop that you can join that'll talk you through how to get started and how to get more confidence before you even put your skates on. The link's down in the description below. So looking back, I think I'd found excitement, curiosity, a little bit of a challenge, a chance to just play. I'd found something that belonged to me outside of being a mum, outside of work, outside of everyday life. And over the years, I've realized I'm definitely not the only one. Most of my students are women in their 30s, 40s, 50s, and beyond. They come to class so excited. This is their 1 hour every week that's just for them. And people don't usually talk about exercise like that. And that's the reason more than anything, you should go and buy that pair of roller skates. The biggest thing it gives you isn't stronger legs or better fitness. It's giving you something that makes you excited to move again. So it becomes part of your personality. And if you're looking for your first pair of skates, around 70% of my online and in-person students either use or started with Impala Skates. They've given my community 20% off with the code SUNSOUT. I don't get any commission from it. It's just a little discount to help you get started. Enjoy. So I'd love to know in the comments below, have I convinced you? And if I have convinced you, there are a few things I think every adult beginner should know before they start. So watch this video, what nobody tells you about learning to roller skate as an adult next. I'll talk you through what learning really feels like, what most beginners don't expect, and why feeling awkward at the start doesn't mean that you're bad at skating. So click that video on the screen here and I'll see you over there.